Hello again, L2 World, it's Auburn. I know I told you guys it was going to be about a week before my next video, but, life happens. It's about a month later now. And honestly, I'm kind of just having problems coming up with videos to make for you guys. So if you got any suggestions, shoot me a mail in game, shoot me a mail or a PM on the forums. Simple stuff, complicated stuff, whatever. You want to see something tested, I will try and do my best to accomplish that. If I can't do it, I can't do it. And if you give me a good idea, uh, I'll give you guys a shout out in my next video and when I post on the forums. Okay, so a lot of people are asking me what I did with the Giants energy I got from the event. I sold it. I got 21 bill for it, trying to hold out for more, but I wasn't going to get greedy with it. I had some goals I was trying to set for myself with that money that I made off that. However, I'm not the luckiest guy when it comes to L2. That was the first time I've ever been lucky. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not lucky when it comes to enchanting. Uh, I've always been terrible at it. Up until now, the best thing I've ever enchanted was a +9 top S80 weapon, and honestly, I still have that, and that's what I use for my summoner dual class, because it's equal to a +0 R99 retributor. Anyways, so one of my goals was to make a +10 PvP weapon. Now I had the PvP Stormer already. It was already +4, so I needed to get +6 more. Tried and tried and tried and tried, and continued to fail. Anyways, the final time I got it to +8, I said screw it. I left it alone. Well, then NCSoft announced that it was going to reset the hero coin program, so there was a bunch of heavily enchant weapon R scrolls on the market, and luckily a bunch of people from my clan were purchasing those scrolls and selling them for fairly cheap to a clan member. So I was able to pick those up for about 1.7 to 2 bill a piece, and I went from +8 to +12. Now, I've also purchased some Giants Life Stones. I purchased a Hunter's Talisman with that money. Let me see, I bought something else too, but I completely forgot what it was. I bought some jewels, which I don't know why I bought some of those, but they were in a package deal, so I said screw it, did it anyways. And I forget what else I bought. Doesn't matter. Anyways, on to the topic of the actual video. So, I've been 99 all the way up until this morning. I actually just hit 100 this morning. Yay, me. Okay, nobody cares. I'm not 101, not 102. Doesn't really even matter. But with 100, I have two issues with this. One of them is my OCD kicking in, and one of them is actually like mechanics gameplay. Anyways, I'll discuss the OCD one first. So, level 99, everything's all great. Turned into quest. Didn't think I was going to get 100 because I had another test I wanted to try and run between those two levels, but it ended up happening. Anyways, if you look up here in the top left hand corner, you'll see that nice little 100. 3 digits, not 2. But it's crooked. That last 0 is crooked, and if you don't believe me, watch this. I took a picture. I zoomed it in. This 0 is closer to this 0 than this 0 is to this 1. And also it's a little bit lighter up here, so up here in the top left hand corner it looks like it sits just a little bit higher, which I don't know why this bugs me, but it triggers my little OCD-ness. It looks crooked. It is the opposite of straight. It is that straight. That's how straight that is. NCSoft, please fix this little thing right here. That, right there. Simple. Also, with 100, I somewhat glanced at my skills before I was 100. Didn't really care. I kind of already knew what I was getting. However, I overlooked something that I thought was interesting. Now, I know a lot of US players and even more so Korean players have been complaining on their forums about class diversification. Now, one way NCSoft did this was they gave specifically tiers, and I'll stick with tiers because that's what I know the best, is they gave us our own special abilities. You know, they gave Titans back Frenzy, they gave GKs back certain totems, Maestros, you guys get crafting. Good for you. Anyways, the Dreadnought, we get this Polar Mastery. We also get, you know, Thunder Spear, which is right here, Thunder Spear. We get Thunderstorm. Uh, we get Dread Roar, which is an amazing skill. And we also get Wrath, which is a pretty cool one. Anyways, our passive is this one, our Superior Polar Mastery. But I'm level 100. This is a level 4 mastery. But my dual arm, my weapon, my armor, my light, my momentum, my HP mastery, and my superior resistance all level 5. Why didn't they continue this mastery on in level 5? You know, it didn't have to be anything extravagant. Increase P attack by 6%, which NCSoft, by the way, please fix this percent symbol. It is driving me absolutely insane. Attack by +5. It adds +5 P attack? No, it adds 5%. If you didn't notice, the percent symbol is above the 5. Shift 5, that's percent. Okay, an additional P attack by, you know, 1,050 maybe, 1,100 if you wanted to be generous. Doesn't have anything to be extravagant. Increase the number of possible targets by 2. Leave it at 2. We already hit enough targets. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Just a few little rants. Oh, and by the way, I don't get anything at 102 for that passive either, so just in case you're wondering. Yeah, so it's stuck at 4. We're just going to leave it at 4. Doesn't make sense. Diversify the class and then just stop diversifying the class for no reason. Anyways, enough of my rants. I'll have one more video coming up in the next couple days that I want to show you guys. I ran a few tests on my own. It's kind of a touchy subject. It's kind of do with, I wouldn't call it a glitch, I wouldn't call it I'm not even going to call it a bot. I'm going to call it magic buttons. We're going to call it magic buttons today. Because I don't like to accuse anybody of using those illicit third-party programs. But I did a little experiment without downloading any third-party software just to do some testing, and I'll show you guys that here later on this week, maybe this weekend or something, whenever I actually get a chance to do it. And that video will be a little bit longer, probably 10, maybe 15 minutes, but I'll try and keep it as short as I can. So anyways, you guys have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Take it easy.